Hi, it's Maggie, the Irish Gypsy, here to bring you your February 2018 mid-month general readings. Thank you for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers, and thank you for those of you who continue to follow my channel and for all your likes, shares, subscribes, support, feedback, and comments. And a thank you also to my regular and new clients as well for continuing to reach out for personal one-on-one readings and keeping me so busy with those. And if any of you are interested in any personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button. That'll give you more information and also my contact details. You can also find my contact details attached to the description of every video that I post. Turnaround time for personal readings is usually pretty fast because I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So it can vary anywhere from a few days if I get reschedules, which I often do, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week or so period of time. We can schedule a reading for you live or recorded. I do a wide variety of them in all main areas of life, including in addition to the regular job, work, career, finance readings and love readings, I do compatibility chartings for couples or relationships, reconciliation spreads, and 6 and 12-month life overviews as well. For those of you who are just looking for like a quick answer or two to a quick question, you maybe have a decision you need to make on the fly, you want to connect with me immediately and quickly, you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also with my contact info. That's a cool smartphone app if you just want a quick little short read, or you just have a question you need a fast answer to. You can choose the one question, one answer option. You can open it up for a short reading via text, or they have, you can do a phone reading or a video chat reading as well, which comes right through my phone. So you can check that out if you're interested. The rest of you can just email me directly, and all that information is on the description of every video I post, and also by clicking the About button. Okay, so let's move into this. I apologize ahead of time for the fluctuating light in here. It's one of those Northern California winter mornings where the sun is in and out of the clouds, and it's sometimes raining and sometimes not. So remember that these are general readings. There's a lot of you watching, going to mean different things to different people, although the energy fundamentally remains the same no matter what area of your life that it's resonating in. But if you know your rising and your moon sign videos, or moon signs, try to watch those videos as well for additional clarification. Sometimes they play out a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign. So this is Scorpio's reading for the last half of February 2018, the water sign of Scorpio. Our lovely Scorpions. Let's see what the last couple of weeks of February 2018 potentially have in store for you. Okay, Scorpio. We have the Nine of Cups, always a great way to start. So the Nine of Cups, followed by the Magician, and the King of Wands, followed by the Four of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance for the last couple of weeks is the High Priestess. All right, Scorpio, let me take a look at this. I'm going to start with your overall energy and guidance for the last 2 weeks of February, Scorpio, time being somewhat fluid, of course. Your overall energy and guidance is the High Priestess, Major Arcana card, and you have two. You have the High Priestess and the Magician. The High Priestess is a deeply spiritual card because she's a deeply spiritual individual. This is somebody who it's kind of a know without knowing, follow your gut instinct, follow your intuition energy. The High Priestess watches everything. She observes a lot, but she doesn't talk a lot about what she sees. So it can be a card of just kind of standing back, watching things, letting your intuition kind of guide you and lead you, that gut instinct. Our intuition is our connection to the divine. It's kind of like that conduit through which we get, messages, flashes of inspiration. Typically when, even if what we're feeling maybe contrary or contradictory to what is being presented to us, which I'm actually getting for some of you as well. The High Priestess, I sometimes get a connection between the energy of the High Priestess and the Hanging Man, which shows him hanging upside down in this strange position, but he's not struggling. And the message is not engaging in conflict and kind of letting things play out. Similar energy sometimes with the High Priestess, and she's kind of the let me take a step back and watch things, not engage in conflict, because the High Priestess can also be an indication that things may not always be what they appear to be. Sometimes they can be, but it's maybe not always what it appears to be. So it's about not making any snap decisions or getting involved right away or jumping into something right away, but letting your intuition guide you. Typically when the High Priestess shows up, it's a time period to, you know, pay attention to your dreams, any kind of random flashes you may get, which seem random, but maybe are not so random. What your gut instinct, your intuition is telling you, particularly if something is being, someone is presenting themselves or a situation or an opportunity and saying, oh, this is fabulous, and you're going to make $1 million, and, you know, all of this kind of stuff, and it looks really good, and it may in fact be good, but the High Priestess's overall guidance and energy over the last couple of weeks of February, Scorpio, I feel like it's, you know, it's that deeply spiritual, watery kind of energy about let me just take a step back here and kind of watch how things play out and see what my intuition tells me, and really observe and pay attention to what's going on and not just jumping right into that, you know, kind of a deep spiritual, watery kind of energy, which is inherently your energy. And as far as guidance and advice of the High Priestess goes, Scorpio, I feel like it's well suited to your energy, even more so than you know, Pisces or Cancer even sometimes, because when I think of Scorpio, I always think of the phrase still waters run deep. Kind of energy. So definitely pay attention to that energy and not make any snap decisions over the next couple of weeks. Observe and pay attention to what you're feeling, that sense of knowing or intuitive sense, even if it contradicts or seems contrary to what you're seeing or what may be being presented to you. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Magician around the middle of the month. I am recording these, or beginning to record these, on the 11th, 12th. The mid-months are always out by the 14th, 15th. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Magician. The Nine of Cups, water energy, so it usually manifests in the area of our life in tarot that deals with feelings, emotions, relationships. Nicknamed the wish fulfillment card. It's about getting what you want, having more than what you want, having your cups overflowing, particularly in a physical, sensual, decadent sort of sense. You can see this man has more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink. His physical surroundings are comfortable. He has so much that he's just wanting to share with friends and family. It's a card of, you know, it's nicknamed sometimes the get what you want card, the lottery card, having your dreams come true. The cautionary advice with this, which I am getting this thread with this, Scorpio, the cautionary advice that comes with the Nine of Cups always, well, and in life too, is be careful what you wish for, because you may get it and, you know, find out it's not everything that you thought it was going to be. And I am getting a bit of a ping on that. Now it's clarified and accompanied by the Magician, another major arcana card. Somewhat different than the High Priestess. A powerful independent card sometimes can represent a bit of a trickster, because what does the Magician do? He creates illusions for his audience. It's also a card about manifesting what you want, having the ability, everything that you need to manifest what you want with little to no help from anybody else, because the Magician is a very independently powerful energy card, because he's walked a long road, he's practiced, learned, he's taken a lot of time to invest in how to perform his craft, and now he's reached a point, you could see he's juggling each of the symbols from each of the 4 tarots. He's reached a point in his career where he can manifest whatever he wants, manifest his own desires, because he has all the experience, the knowledge, the tools, the wisdom. If the Magician has a challenge, it is sometimes in working well with other people. He tends not to work and play well with other people because he's independent. He has his own way of doing things. That's the way he's always done them, and he feels that's the right way for him because that's what's worked. So for some of you, this can represent that you have the ability to manifest you know, perhaps a dream that you have over the next couple of weeks of February. For some of you, for a lot of you though, what I'm actually getting is that you may be being presented with an opportunity to maybe invest in something, or a get-rich-quick scheme, or you know, something which looks really good and looks like the promise of it is going to be very abundant and kind of overflowing. But again, with the High Priestess's overall energy and guidance, there's a sense of maybe not making a snap decision, not just rushing into this, because things may not be entirely what they appear to be. So you need to kind of wait, let things play out, pay attention to everything, look at the finer details, and above all, pay attention to your intuition, because sometimes the magician can be a bit of a trickster, and sometimes it can represent somebody who is, you know, creating the illusion of something, of an opportunity that looks almost too good to be true, and everything is not what it seems. So regardless of what area of your life this may be manifesting in, for some of you it may be job, work, career, an artistic or creative endeavor or opportunity, a project. It could even be in relationships, although I feel like it's, you know, I feel like it's more in the realm of, hey, I have this idea, hey, let's do this. And I feel like it's being presented to you by another person, although it could be something that you've come up with there, because I am getting a cautionary sense. I wouldn't always from this combination of cards, but I am. It's kind of like, okay, wait a minute, take a step back. Let's look at all the fine details. Let's look at what's actually being presented and not make this decision hastily. Next we have the King of Wands and the Four of Wands, so fire energy here, which in the tarot is the energy of creation, creative, manifesting, powerful energy. And the King of Wands, of course, is at the top of his game. Kings and Queens represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit. And Wands is creative, artistic, very action-oriented, fluid, forward-moving, change, movement, action, power, energy. So the King of Wands could be an actual fire sign individual, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone who's coming across manifesting very much like the King of Wands, very dynamic and charismatic and full of energy and a real go-getter, and not one to rest on his laurels for very long. Somebody who's probably, you know, good-looking, or someone that kind of draws people to him. He's kind of has that magnetic ability as well. And for some of you, this could be, you know, the connection to the magician. It could be, you know, the energy of the magician and the energy of the King of Wands. It could be the same individual, because I am getting quite strongly that for somebody out there, for somebody is a group of people, that there is this individual, and it could be a group too, but this King of Wands individual is spearheading something or presenting an offer or opportunity. And I'm not saying that it's completely fake, or that, you know, you're trying to be taken for your money, or it's not everything that it appears to be, but there is this strong cautionary energy about, wait a minute, it could be somebody who's trying to deceive you by saying this is going to make you rich, or this is going to be everything that you want it to be. Could even be in relationships as well, you know, be with me and you'll never have another worry again for the rest of your life. And again, the High Priestess's advice: don't take everything at face value over the next couple of weeks. Trust in your intuition and what you see kind of playing out. Observe more than speaking, I think, over the next couple of weeks. Now, the King of Wands is paired with the Four of Wands, which is a celebratory card. It's a card often of happy surprises and unexpected blessings too, and not of an indeterminate time either. Usually when the Four of Wands shows up, it can represent that there is a happy surprise or an unexpected blessing coming your way quite quickly within the next several weeks, because we're looking at the last half of February, maybe the beginning of March a little bit. And it also kind of connects to home and family in a way that it's about remembering and to be grateful for, you know, the time that you spend and the happiness that we have with friends and family, remembering that simple joy and kind of connecting with that. So how does this kind of tie in? It's, you know, general readings are always kind of tricky. Regardless of how the specifics and details play out in whatever area of your life this may be resonating in, Scorpio, the energy fundamentally remains the same. Some of you, there is, an unexpected opportunity or surprise or something coming up. Some of you, it may be an engagement proposal or a reconciliation attempt from someone else, promising kind of the sun, moon, and stars. And it's not to say, again, let me stress, it's not to say that the offer or opportunity is not valid, but for some of you, I don't think it is valid. So you need to kind of not jump in. It's about paying attention. Now, for others of you, I'm getting a little bit of an opposite sort of story here. There may be an unexpected opportunity or blessing which gives you the ability, maybe the dollars and cents or the resources to begin something, a project, or invest in something, or start something, or build on something that you've been really excited about. And maybe you may have had some self-doubts and anxieties about whether or not you're capable of doing this or not. And this can be advice to you on trusting your instincts, intuition, and spirit telling you, look, you're quite able to do this. You're quite able to build and to create and manifest your own destiny, because that's also what the Magician stands for as well. This is about taking your will, your determination, your experience, and projecting it in an outward physical way to physically create, manifest, and build what you want, what your desires and hopes are, what you ultimately, whatever is your ultimate overflowing abundance and joy. And you're being called to manifest that King of Wands energy as well. And there could have been it could have been that you trusted your instincts and your intuition in doing something, and it's paying off for you in a big way. Again, some of the messages I'm getting are kind of on opposite ends of this story, so it really depends on which one you fall into. To try and narrow it down a little bit, Scorpio, if there is a person, particularly somebody who's manifesting like the King of Wands, this Magician, saying, look, if you do this, if you help me, if you join with me on this, if you take advantage of this, it's going to bring you everything that you ever wanted, and you're going to be celebrating and all of this stuff. Be careful, be cautious, because I have this feeling things are not exactly what they seem, and you need to take your time in making a decision. Others of you that have been thinking about doing something, starting something, growing something, building on something, and you've been experiencing, and you haven't, even though you felt this sense of intuitive internal pressure, but you've just been, your own fears and self-doubts have gotten in the way. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised over the next couple of months. Spirit may be telling you to follow your intuition. You have everything that you need to create, manifest what you want, which we all do anyway. But for those of you for whom that resonates, I feel like it's something that you've been thinking about for quite some time. And there's going to be a kind of a happy surprise or unexpected blessing which drives that home or gives you that last final push that you needed to do something you've been thinking about for a while. Because it feels more like in the project, career, work, join on a project kind of thing, or something that may pay off for, friends and family as well. Some of you may be planning a celebration or a party, or attending a celebration or a party sometime over the next couple of weeks or so, where this unexpected blessing or happy surprise is going to be occurring at, and it's centered around this as well. When the Four of Wands shows up, usually I always tell people, for the time period that the reading covers, don't turn down any invitations to go anywhere, whether it's something formal like an actual wedding, or anniversary or birthday party or something, or whether it's something casual and informal like going over to a friend's house for dinner or coffee or drinks or something like that. Don't turn down any invitations, because divine timing and intuition is at work here. Above all, regardless of what area of your life this is manifesting in, Scorpio, above all, for the remainder of February, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut instinct, listen to the messages that Spirit's trying to get out in your waking times, flashes of inspiration, and pay attention to your dreams as well. So Scorpio, that pretty much wraps up your February 2018 mid-month general readings. I hope you've enjoyed them, that you found them useful in some way. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal, tailored just for you one-on-one reading, you can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information and my contact details. You can also find those contact details attached to the description of all my videos. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire. I would be delighted to work with you and to set up a reading with you just as quickly as possible, live or recorded. And for those of you who just want a really quick little read, or you have a question or two, you can connect with me on the Instantgo app under Irish Gypsy. That link is also with my contact details. So I will see you all in a couple of weeks, Scorpio, for the March 2018 general readings. Isn't the time just going by? And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, Scorpio, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.